Well, hello everybody and welcome back to GTA World. I apologize, it has been a month since my last video. I have had a bit of a hectic new year. The new year came and it went, and then I ended up getting the flu and I was pretty much down and out of commission for about 2 weeks. I couldn't even get out of bed for like 5 or 6 days there. It was a bad one. It wasn't like the bleh flu, it was the one where you have like really bad body aches and fever and everything, and the whole 9 yards on top of that. So, wasn't a great way to start off the new year, to put it nicely. I got that about January 4th or 5th, I want to say, sounds about right. And I was straight up in bed. I hadn't called off work in like 7 or 8 years, and I actually had to call off for a couple of days for the first time in a dog's age. So anyway, I was really down and out. I didn't even have the energy to play on the computer or even look at it or anything. And honestly, the entirety of January, I've probably been on the computer, like minus watching YouTube, like playing games and stuff, has probably been about an hour and a half, minus the big race that I did there back at the beginning of January, just as I was starting to get sick, which I ended up finishing 10th in my big race that I host every year, which is always a lot of fun. Wins till 400, so I definitely had fun doing that, even though I was just starting to feel under the weather, and then it just got worse and worse for the next few days. So it's good to be back here on GTA World. I even took a leave of absence because I just straight up did not feel that good at all. I did not want to play on a computer or anything there for a couple week period because of it. I just, like, even still, now that it's gone, my energy still depletes faster than what it did before, without question. So, still taking it easy somewhat, but I am like 95% back to normal, thankfully. Definitely a crappy flu going around. Hopefully none of you guys get it or have had it, but basically it just started off one day. I had no sore throat or anything. I just, like, I was doing great, and then within like 2 hours I ended up starting getting body aches and shivers, and then the fatigue wasn't too bad, but then my stomach kind of felt blah. Everything just all hit within a few hours, and then the next day I woke up, I couldn't even move out of bed until 11:30. Normally I'm out of bed by like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I couldn't even move, and I literally had to lay on the couch for like 5.5 days straight. The fever didn't even go away for 6 days. So like I said, very glad it's over. I'm finally getting back to normal and can finally do a Let's Play here. Like I said, I really just didn't even have the energy to do one. Even about a week after, even about a week ago, like, I still just did not have the energy to concentrate on the computer at all for an extended period of time. I just couldn't do it, so I didn't attempt it. So now I'm finally back and I can do Let's Play. So otherwise, work was a little hectic. Looks like SD's got something going on here. So work was a little hectic last week, so that's part of the reason why I couldn't get on and do one then either. But like I said, I still was feeling slightly under the weather until probably about 5 days ago, I want to say. So like I said, good to be back. Otherwise, I don't really have a whole lot of updates. There we go. So otherwise, I don't really have a whole lot of updates besides that. Weather's been cold, it's been snowy, and I hate it. I can't wait for wintertime. They got my heat pump fixed finally in the house after about a month, and then thankfully I had the oil stove as the backup, so that pumps up a lot more heat than the heat pump does anyway, so it was okay as far as that goes. And I don't even think I've had a Let's Play since Christmas, so very merry late Christmas, everybody. Like I said, I legitimately do apologize for not being on here and able to do Let's Play. I physically could not. So I hope y'all are happy and back. I'm happy to be back. We have already got 640 players online for this time of day. That's kind of insane. I guess it is almost 4 o'clock my time, but still, it's usually not that high yet. We're usually just barely hitting 500, so that's wild. We'll probably get over 700 players during this video here. Probably get over 700 players. We'll see what ends up happening. And I did actually, believe it or not, I did actually start to record a Let's Play there right before I got sick, but then I ended up having to get up in the middle of it and go, so I wasn't able to finish it. So there was almost another Let's Play, but unfortunately I was not able to put that together to release it. So, rolling around here on GTA World, I don't really think they've had a ton of changes. We got the old classic car out today. Look at that, got the SWAT trucks going. I believe that's probably still SD. It's hard for me to tell. I don't know what happened here. Seems like a lot of stuff happened since before I get on, so may have wound up being the calm part of the side where it's a little bit calmer here. So who knows what's going to happen? Like I said, really it's just a toss-up anytime I get online. That is kind of what makes it fun each day's. For each patrol is always a little bit different. Some are more passive role play, some is more the engaging type where it's more high octane and stuff like that. So you just don't really know what you're going to get from Let's Play to Let's Play, and that doesn't make it fun. Excuse me, I still got a bit of a cough and whatnot left from the flu. Like I said, it was definitely not a good flu. That is probably the most down and out I've ever felt in my life. Like, I've never been stuck on a couch for that many days in a row, not able to do anything. So, yeah, that was a wild one, and it came on quick. Thankfully, I was already off for a long weekend, so like I said, I didn't have to miss a whole lot of work, but definitely still wasn't great. Right now, just chilling around here. Nothing too hectic going on yet. I figure we'll probably end up in a traffic stop here soon, because that's usually what seems to happen when shots fired. Oh, we're gonna go there. We're almost there. Got a shots fired call. All right. Oops, I can't type. So it's a stabbing situation. This might be a wild Let's Play. Alright, Rescue 99 means they had to NPC the ambulance. Trying to get back up. And we're all stuck here. There's not a whole lot of free units right now, I don't think. Oh, he already got it. Alright, they got more units. Head to that backup call, I guess. All right. See if they're all right. If they are, I'll go help the other officers out on Jamestown. We're just gonna roll over there and see what we see. Or see what we can see. If they need help, we'll jump in. All right. That looks like a situation, that's for sure. Someone's car's up on its lid, and someone was sitting beside it. Maybe they fell out of the window when the car rolled over. Back in our traffic days, we used to run a lot of radar here on Popular Street. You get a lot of truckers all the time running intersections and just do like 90 or 95 down this road, believe it or not. They're like semi-trailers and everything. So it's kind of funny. We used to do ops and everything on this street quite often, and we'd usually rack them up quite quickly. And then they figured out that we're staking out the road, and then they'd all change their direction of where they drive to avoid Popular Street and avoid us. Then they'd head elsewhere. It was kind of funny, the things we used to do back in the old traffic days, for sure, about three years ago, to be honest. But it was fun, almost 4 years ago now, I want to say. But time's all starting to blend together, guys. Like, can you believe it's 2025? Like, that's insane. I still remember my good old days on Red County 15 years ago when I first started there, which is wild to think about. A whole decade and a half ago, I started role-playing. I actually started role-playing on the Xbox with the clan I made back then, about 15 years ago, and then I moved on to Red County role-play and everything. There's an old Vapid Victor or Crown Vic looking thing that the server used to have all the time, and replaced it with the much better driving in looking stand here. So I still see the odd personal owned Victor kicking around, but not too often anymore. 654 players online at the moment. Like I said, that number is very slowly but surely trickling up. Gonna roll up here through the Vinewood area and all that, and see what we can find up here, because like I said, it is usually a less crime infested area, but it's still good to do a drive-through once in a while, because sometimes you always find a surprise or two, and you can end up in something. So it's always good just to take a roll through. Ooh, that was weird. That just froze for a second, but it's always good to take a quick roll through, especially when you see a lot of cars and stuff parked like this. Definitely a high auto theft area for sure up here. I would say more so than other areas of the city. So it is important to do that drive-through. They got air up in the sky now, so if there's a pursuit or anything, that will definitely help things out. Got sheriffs here. They must have responded to a call earlier. Lots of sheriffs kicking around today. But yeah, it's good to do a Let's Play again. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Like I said, I did not plan on taking that long of a hiatus. It's just what happened. Things seem to be quite calm up here for now. That could change as bars and stuff open up here later in the daytime. As we veer into those evening hours here in Los Santos, things can start to get a little bit more chaotic everywhere. They got security over that bar that's open at the moment. An old Cluckin' Bell. Remember the GTA 4 days? They were everywhere. I always loved that name though, and San Andreas. San Andreas had a few Cluckin' Bells, but I love that Rockstar kept it, and I hope they keep it in GTA 6. Curious, what are you guys' thoughts on GTA 6? So, we all know Rockstar intentionally releases Grand Theft Auto on the console before the PC because they figure they can get more sales, which honestly is true. And then they release it on the PC, and then they wait for the new generation console to come out, then they release it again, and then they'll wait for a new generation console to get updated a bit, then they'll re-release it again. So the really triple and quadruple dipping is kind of what Rockstar does. So I'm curious, for those of you that don't have consoles, do you plan on buying a console for GTA 6? Because personally, I will not. As much as I think we all want to play GTA 6, I don't think I can justify spending $500, $600 on a console, and then another $90 on the game, and then you gotta buy Xbox Live or PlayStation. Oh, that's the one they're already on scene for, and then and you gotta buy PlayStation or whatever the heck the PlayStation Live version's called. I don't even know. I've been so far out of the console game now for years, I don't even think about it. Like, I have not played on a console. Like, I haven't owned a console since the Xbox 360, and I last played that in 2013, so it's been a little while. So very curious, do you guys plan on buying yourself a console if you don't already own one just to play GTA 6? Or what's your plan? Or are you gonna hold out like I most likely am for GTA 6 on the PC? Which I think is gonna be a smarter move. Like I said, I just don't want to spend that money just for the sake of one game. So I do know there will be a lot of people buying the console just for GTA 6, but personally I'm not going to be one of them. We've already spent enough money, and as far as that goes, money only goes so far nowadays, especially with the post-COVID world. You got to save every dollar you can. So like I said, that's definitely not my future, but once GTA 6 does come to the computer, it'll be a fun time. Heck, by the time it comes to the computer, that'll be 2026 at least, middle 2026, if not early 2027. I'll probably be getting ready to be due for a new computer by then. Maybe not. This laptop's, believe it or not, a little over a year old already. I mean, it's got the 4080 in it, so it'll hold up for a while. Don't know if it'll hold up for GTA 6 or not. It should, but just won't be on max settings. And then I see they announced the new 5000 series GPUs, and even on the laptops, they are quite the performance game. But definitely not worth going out and just buying a new one if you already have a 4000 series card. And I would say that applies both to the desktop and the laptop. Like, if you already own a 4000 series card, probably not worth going out to buy a 5000 series card unless you're one of those people that just has to have the latest and newest graphics card available. I would probably just hold off till a 6 series, because honestly, if you already got a 4000 series card, or at least a 4070 equivalent in performance, you really don't need to upgrade. And all the only difference is you might be able to run slightly higher resolution or run like an extra thing or two on. Like I said, I would personally wait for the 6000 series at that point. If you already own something with the 4070 on the desktop performance equipment, I would definitely hold off. And even the 4060, if you get the 16 gigabyte version, because I believe there is one, correct me if I'm wrong, really, you don't need to upgrade. It's just if you're one of those people that really has to have the latest and greatest for like ultimate performance, it wouldn't be worth upgrading, I think, at the moment. Otherwise, you're better off just holding off. Now, if you got a 3000 series card, it could definitely be worth the upgrade, because that is quite an upgrade going from a 3000 series card to that. But otherwise, I really just don't see it as a wise decision, and kind of just throwing 500 bucks away for, like, I know you'll still get like at least a 20% performance gain, but really, so are you really going to notice the difference between, let's just say we're playing GTA 5 now, are you really going to notice the difference between 70 FPS and 80 FPS? Like, it's not worth it at the end of the day to spend $500 for that. But like I said, if you're going from a 3060 or something and want to upgrade to a 58 or a 5060, yeah, you're going to see a huge performance gain. And I would say at that point, that's definitely worth the money to get that 40, 50% performance increase, hands down. But yeah, I just don't see a point in buying every single generation graphics card. But that's just me. Some people enjoy it. Some people enjoy always having the latest, greatest processor, RAM, and GPU. But I'm not one of those. Like I said, when I got this laptop, that was the first time I've truly gone out and spent a good chunk of change for a proper gaming machine. And I know some of you are going to argue it's a laptop, it can't be a gaming machine. But the 4080 laptop at 150 watts gets almost the same performance as a 4070 Ti desktop, which uses 2.5 times as many watts. So kind of insane to think about. So I'm getting almost 4070 Ti performance when I get the laptop cranked up in performance mode. But usually I don't need to. I can just run it on balance mode at 80 watts and it runs perfectly fine. It's still, well, it does like a 3070 on the desktop, even in like balance mode. So like I said, it definitely, laptops have come a long way from what they were 10 years ago. It's not like you buy a 4060 laptop and they're half the performance of a 4060 desktop. They're within 10%. Now, where you will kind of see the degradation in performance is when you get up to like the 80 and 90 series, where the desktops can push 500-600 watts on a graphics card, maybe a little less. But the laptops are still kind of limited to like that 150-175 range. That's kind of where you start to see the performance decrease, but it's still not as wide as it used to be. Now we're talking about like 20-30% difference, which I know is still big. But the thing is, if you got a 4080 or well, if you got like a 5080 chip in there, you're still going to be having the desktop performance of like a 5070. So I mean, you still got a good graphics card at the end of the day when it comes to that. So it's all relative, I guess. Like I said, just different things for different people. But I can tell you, my 4080 laptop has been no problem, and I have zero regrets. Here we are a year and a month later, and I honestly have zero regrets getting this thing. It still runs cool. Got to get it cleaned out here because I want to do that yearly, but it still runs cool, runs good. The screen's great. That was a huge upgrade for my desktop alone, just having a nice, proper screen. I know I have because I have my desktop monitor, but it was old. But like I said, everything's just in a package, and the few times that I do have to take it with me, I can just grab and go. So that's been nice for me, and I've really enjoyed the experience so far, and I would not take it back. So we are going to pull this guy over. He was just speeding back there, so we're going to see what he's up to. Caught him going down. Just going to show you guys on the map here. Caught him coming from here. Sorry, I'm all screwed up. Caught him coming down here through Innocence Boulevard. Barreled up through here, and I caught him at 80. This guy knows me, but I don't know him. This is awkward. Well, he's being recorded right now. All right. DMV database, just going to be a second here. All right, going to look him up. Come on, load game, load. All right, he's got one citation for speeding beforehand. Oops. All right, let's see what's up. Excuse me. Yeah, look at his tints. They're a little dark, I would say. These rotator lights are always so much brighter than the LEDs. It's wild. Isn't it wild, though, to think, like, even GTA 5, like, these graphics are going to look outdated one day? Traffic unit should take that call. Alright, we're gonna head back on patrol now. I don't always write tickets. Like I said, I have more fun with the interaction than I do anything. I'm kind of 50-50 on tickets. It depends. Like, if they lie to me and stuff, then I'll be like, But, like, if we have a fun interaction and everything, I'm just kind of like, you know what, who cares, right? Like, because I'm here for the fun role play. I don't care about sitting there doing paperwork and typing up tickets and all that, which I know is part of the role play too, depending on the situation, but it's more fun for both of us. I'd rather, if I had to pick between being ticket happy or having a good old time to shoot the banner, I'm going to pick the latter every time. That's just how I am. Check my OBS there real quick. Alright, she's still rolling all right. Geez, that guy almost took me right out. That wouldn't have been good.
Rear traffic. Rear traffic.
What is he doing? He's scaring me. Well, that's some provoking if I've ever seen it. Now that he knows he's not getting a rose out of me, he's gonna ignore me. That's what some people do, though. Well, now we got him on video, so good job, bud. Those are the ones that just want to get chased, and when you don't do it, they get annoyed. It's great. But yeah, as soon as that guy clued in he wasn't getting anything out of me, he just left. Not worth the time. It'll be interesting with my car in real life too, because when I bought the car, like I knew it was under recall. But Ford, like I said, they had that buyback program up for them now, which they didn't when I bought it. And they're supposed, and if you don't get your car bought back, they're supposedly supposed to replace the battery in the summer. But if they don't do that, then I assume they're gonna have to buy all the cars back. So it's the Ford Fusion plug-in hybrid, and I bought the car with the hopes of definitely getting a new battery, because that means you have to get another 8-year warranty. And to be honest, being able to drive on electric everywhere for me, because my driving distance is so short, would save me a lot of money, especially for the price I bought the car at, and the fact that I'd be able to, like I said, the fact I'd have another 8-year warranty legally on the battery pack would bring the car to be 13 years old by the time it doesn't have,
TikTok 14 vehicle pursuit going north on Los Santos freeway on a black cavalcade. One up, ticket attack one. Continuing, we're passing the Sonora exit. Still north LS freeway. Parallel with the wind farm.
3020, what are the occupancy charges?
Just evading and reckless driving. It's just one up.
Okay, thank you.
We're still north on LS freeway. Coming up to Route 68. Committing north LS freeway. It's now Sonora freeway. Next exit's going to be Joshua Road, I believe. going by the U2. Still north LS Freeway, or Sonoma Freeway, sorry. Approaching Joshua Road. We're over Joshua Road. Or sorry, that was Union. We're over Union, going straight, getting Sonoma Freeway. We're into oncoming lanes. And back into correct, still northbound LS Freeway. And we're taking oncoming lanes on North Union Road. Going towards the bridge, or sorry, the tunnel. We're going into the tunnel, oncoming lanes. Still north, Sonoma Freeway. Towards Toledo. We're out of the tunnel.
It's going to take over. We're out of the tunnel, Sonoma Freeway. Continuing west on Sonoma Freeway, heading towards Toledo Bay.
Hey, 2D20, let me get people wearing spikes on Great Ocean Highway and basically incline and around the switch area. Please continue your base.
We're passing Tokyo Beach on Great Ocean Highway. We're continuing towards Toledo. Still west. We're going to enter Toledo at this point. We are passing Procopio Promenade, continuing on Great Ocean Highway. We're passing Procopio Drive, continuing on Great Ocean Highway. Seal South. We're in Toledo Bay right now, continuing south onto Great Ocean Highway. We're passing the train station. We're going to soon pass the SD station, continuing south Great Ocean Highway. We're exiting Toledo Bay. We are continuing south towards the bridge, south of Toledo Bay. Still south, passing the bridge, south Toledo Bay. Incorrect lane. Great Ocean Highway still. We'll be going towards the port of Vancouver. Still south Great Ocean Highway. We're heading towards the bridge connecting with Route 68. So we passed the bridge. We're going towards Route 68, opposite lane, Great Ocean Highway.
2D20, how many do you have online right now?
4.
Oh, you got 4 online? Alright. Go for PITs when safe. Everyone else go for spikes on the attack and weapons. Again, let me get spikes on Great Ocean Highway and basically incline area.
We're passing Zancudo Trail, we're continuing south towards the tunnel on for Zancudo. No eyes from there.
Yeah, we're continuing south to the tunnel. We're coming up to Route 16 in about 10 seconds.
Got eyes. We're on the bridge south of Fort Zancudo, continuing south Great Ocean Highway. Still south Great Ocean Highway. We're going to pass Route 68 actually now. We passed Route 68, continuing south. This is driving Great Ocean Highway. We're passing by Benham Canyon right now. Great Ocean Highway is still south towards LS. Still south, we're going to pass Barbarino Road, continuing south Great Ocean Highway. Passing Benham Canyon Drive, still south. We're going to pass Southern Barbarino Road intersection, still Great Ocean Highway. We're going to pass Independent Road. Still Great Ocean Highway, correct lane. Passing the Southern Independent Road junction. Still south Great Ocean Highway, opposite lanes. Right, too much beach.
He's 253. Do you have a partner unit up front?
No,
Okay, do you want one?
no, we're good. I'm just not suspected armed.
Still south, Erosion Highway, passing too much beach. Opposite lane right now. We're going to enter LS in 2 seconds. We're passing Pacific Bluff, still south, Great Ocean Highway. We're going towards Bay City Incline. Bay City Incline continues south. Still south, Bay City Incline. We're going to enter Bay City Avenue. Bay City Avenue south. He is getting onto Delaware Boulevard. Is going east, Delaware Boulevard. We're passing Morningwood Boulevard, still east, Boulevard Del Perro, south, Boulevard Del Perro, still east, still east, south, Boulevard Del Perro. Passing Abbey Milton Parkway, still, now he's turning north onto Strawberry Ave, going towards the LS Freeway. Entering LS Freeway under Del Perro.
Are we good for a PAT here?
Go ahead.
North Del Perro Freeway. Los Santos Freeway, sorry. Good job. Opposite lanes. Continuous driving. Opposite lane Los Santos Freeway. We're passing the casino, Los Santos Freeway. Correct lane right now. Continuing north Los Santos Freeway. Opposite lane. Passing the Los Santos Freeway junction with
another one?
Traffic is clear, go ahead.
Continuing Los Santos Freeway, passing Tavia Mountains.
Successful.
He's
Active continuing.
continuing.
Continuing passing the water supply, continuing Los Santos Freeway towards the DCR. Still north, opposite lane, passing Grand Sonora Desert Trail. Opposite lane, Los Santos Freeway heading towards the prison. Good PIT, he's off the road. He is under Los Santos Freeway, the junction that goes towards Del Perro.
Is he still going?
Yeah,
He's
he's still
continuing.
going.
We're south on Sonora Freeway.
Next time you PRT him, wait for units in Boston.
He is onto
We're
Palomino
on
Freeway,
the road, Rex.
crosses Palomino Freeway, and he's on the train tracks. He climbs to Wind Farm, going back onto Palomino Freeway. Continues south, the Palomino Freeway, passing the windmill, passing the wind farm, continuing south on Palomino Freeway, crossing the junction with the Palmo Taylor Power Station, continues south Palomino Freeway, we're crossing Palomino Highlands, the gas station on Palomino Freeway, still north correct lanes.
Careful, Mary.
He got PIT, he's continuing,
Hold up just for a second, that Mary unit, keep your distance please, we got a PRT and then boxing and I don't want you to get involved in that, so keep distance, okay, thank you.
continues south towards the city. He got into a junction towards Sustancia
Coming
Road.
out south.
Is onto Sustancia Road, continues south, crossing Palomino Highlands, continues Sustancia Road. Still south Sustancia Road,
Please brake check, be careful.
going towards LS via Sustancia Road.
2P10, need bikes in Tech 1 please, if
He's
any pursuit.
off the road, climbing up a mountain towards El Burro Heights.
We can't
Yes.
catch him.
What are the charges against just evading?
Just evading and
Are you gonna be boarded
endangerment.
if we terminate this?
No. I might throw up a report actually.
Okay, yeah, let's terminate this then, guys. Jump. Goodbye.
User left your channel.
Got a
Channel switched.
Well, that was quite the pursuit. They called it off. That was That's ironic. That's exactly the same guy that tried to bait me. So someone took the bait. That was gonna be it. And clearly he wasn't here to roleplay anyway because he got pitted a few times and then just kept on going. So, like I said, there are certain people that are good to avoid. That was one of them, and I'm glad I did originally. Anyways, that was definitely a bit of a wild pursuit there. Unfortunately, my thing froze as I was entering the city, and sometimes it does that to me, that location. It hasn't done it in a long time, but my game just seems to be stuttering today for some reason. Usually it's not, but maybe it's just because I haven't played it in so long. It's getting the dust out, guys, for my first Let's Play back in a while. It's got to get that dust off. It doesn't know... it doesn't know what happened. But yeah, like my game almost crashed there at one point, so that was odd. Anyways, sucks we couldn't get them, but like I said, when people aren't here to roleplay, you're not going to catch them anyway, especially with the way vehicle physics work here on GTA 5. You can pit somebody all day, and it's very rare that your car is going to get damaged enough to actually be stopped, whereas like on the GTA 4 and San Andreas games, you could stop somebody pretty easily by pit maneuvering the car and all that stuff. But GTA 5 it is a bit of a different beast, where it's more like Need for Speed physics. Definitely makes it a little bit tougher. You're counting on those people around you to roleplay constantly, and when they don't, you're not going to get them, just like today. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning into this Let's Play. It's glad I was able to bring you a bit of action today. You certainly got some. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and see you all for the next one.